Another hectic week of football is in the books.
The Rams end their 3-game losing streak, and the 49ers lead the NFC West.
We are now down to 7 weeks of regular season football before the postseason begins. So with that, let us dive into our Week 12 edition of the 2023 NFL Power Rankings. Number 32, Carolina Panthers. Last time's ranking, 32. Okay, this is just a whole nother level of sadness. There's just nothing going right for the Panthers, who are poised to surrender the first overall pick to the Chicago Bears. Weren't Young and Frank Reich supposed to, be a better duo than Matt Rule and Baker Mayfield or Sam Darnold? Number 31, New England Patriots. Last time's ranking, 31. A much-needed bye week for a Patriots team in free-fall mode. With a tough schedule ahead, there is little reason to think that Bill Belichick and company will finish better than 4-13. Number 30, Arizona Cardinals. Last time's ranking, 29. Kyler Murray had another strong outing and nearly led his Cardinals to an upset win over C.J. Stroud and the surging Houston Texans on the road. There are no moral losses in football, but it's sure nice to be reminded of what a healthy Murray is capable of. Number 29, Chicago Bears. Last time's ranking, 28. Brutal loss for the Bears, who saw a 12-point lead evaporate against Detroit in the final 3 minutes. The meltdown on defense wasted a superb outing by Justin Fields, who racked up 104 yards on the ground. Number 28, Tennessee Titans. Last time's ranking, 27. Will Levis hung in there and made some big-time plays against a formidable Jacksonville defense, but it wasn't enough, mostly because the Titans' D slept through the entire contest in an ugly 34-14 loss. The top 3 pick is not out of the question at this point. Number 27, New York Giants. Last time's ranking, 30. DeVito had an impressive outing against Washington, throwing for 246 yards and 3 scores in a 31-19 Giants victory to pick up the first W of his career. Hey, hats off to the undrafted rookie for a gutsy performance. Number 26, Washington Commanders. Last time's ranking, 23. They have a get-right home game against a rival team of the third-string QB and still lose by double-digit points. Look, Ron Rivera just ain't it. Every loss just means the Commanders are that much closer to a tear-it-all-down reset under the new ownership. Number 25, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Last time's ranking, 22. Baker Mayfield kept the Bucs in it for a while, but Tampa was just overwhelmed by a deeper and far more talented 49ers team in a 27-14 defeat. The Bucs have now lost 5 of their last 6, and it's just becoming more and more difficult to envision a scenario where they win the NFC South. Number 24, New York Jets. Last time's ranking, 21. Robert Saleh selfishly stood by Zach Wilson again and watched the BYU product unravel in Buffalo. Who saw that coming? Just another hapless day for the Jets, who have now lost 3 straight. Should Aaron Rodgers really rush his way back at this point? Number 23, Los Angeles Chargers. Last time's ranking, 20. The Bolts just keep on finding more and more unbelievable ways to lose. They handed Sunday's game to Green Bay on a silver platter and essentially kissed their playoff hopes goodbye. Seriously, Justin Herbert just deserves so much better.
You guys act like we've never played good defense. That's not the truth. That's not the truth. You act like we haven't made any improvements. There were a lot of other things that caused us to lose today. It certainly wasn't our defense.
Number 22, Los Angeles Rams. Last time's ranking, 26. A gutsy comeback win for the Rams over the rival Seahawks to clinch a season series sweep. In what has been a mostly uneventful season for Sean McVay's squad, that certainly counts for something. Number 21, Green Bay Packers. Last time's ranking, 25. Jordan Love turned in his first 300-yard game, and the result was a hard-fought 23-20 victory over Justin Herbert's Los Angeles Chargers. After Detroit and Kansas City, the rest of the Packers' schedule is awfully manageable. If they can just split their next 2 games, the playoffs won't quite be out of reach. Number 20, Atlanta Falcons. Last time's ranking, 24. The bye week came at a good time for a slumping Falcons team that sorely needed the mental rest. Up next, a pivotal Week 12 home clash against the New Orleans Saints. Number 19, Las Vegas Raiders. Last time's ranking, 15. Antonio Pierce's group deserves full credit for holding the high-powered Miami Dolphins offense to just 20 points. Unfortunately, Aiden O'Connell and company just couldn't get much going offensively, resulting in a 20-13 loss in South Beach. At 5-6, it is desperation mode in Sin City now. Number 18, Cincinnati Bengals. Last time's ranking, 11. What a devastating break for the Bengals. Just as they were rounding back into their championship caliber form, Joe Burrow suffers a season-ending wrist injury in Thursday's road loss to the Baltimore Ravens. They may have the same initials, but Jake Browning is no Joe Burrow. Number 17, Indianapolis Colts. Last time's ranking, 19. Well, that was a pretty nice bye week for the Colts. The Steelers lost to Cleveland and fell to 6-4, putting Indy just one game out of the AFC's final playoff spot. Number 16, New Orleans Saints. Last time's ranking, 18. The inconsistent Saints got to enjoy a bye week along with the Falcons. At 5-5, the Saints probably just need 3 more W's to lock it down. Number 15, Pittsburgh Steelers. Last time's ranking, 13. The offense can't do jack, and it culminates in a coulda, shoulda, woulda loss. Pittsburgh should be a playoff team, but with this offense, yeesh, they'll be lucky to get past the wild card round. Number 14, Minnesota Vikings. Last time's ranking, 12. The Vikings left Mile High City with a bitter taste in their mouths, having just given that game away to the Broncos on a silver platter. Then again, with the third stringer and journeyman at QB, their winning streak was gonna end eventually. Nonetheless, Minnesota is still in position to lock down a wildcard spot. Number 13, Buffalo Bills. Last time's ranking, 17. The change at OC worked out perfectly, at least for 1 week. Hat tip to Joe Brady for quickly giving this struggling offense a spark. But there is little time to celebrate with the Eagles next on the schedule, followed by the Chiefs and Cowboys. Number 12, Denver Broncos. Last time's ranking, 16. Well, what have we got over here? A 5-5 Broncos team with 4 straight wins, each of the last 3 coming against tough competition. Suddenly, Russell Wilson is back to his Seahawks-like form, and Vance Joseph's defense is rounding into form after a miserable start. Number 11, Seattle Seahawks. Last time's ranking, 10. Yeesh, just a brutal loss for the Seahawks in every aspect. Kicker Jason Myers missed a game-winning 55-yard attempt in the waning seconds, and with that, the Rams' sweep of Seattle was complete. Now at 6-4, the Hawks basically have to beat the 49ers this Thursday to have any realistic hope at the NFC West. Number 10, Houston Texans. Last time's ranking, 14. Starting to run out of words to describe C.J. Stroud at this point. Despite a 3-pick outing against Arizona, he settled down and willed his Texans to a 3rd straight victory. Rookies are not supposed to be in the MVP race. Number 9, Jacksonville Jaguars. Last time's ranking, 9. Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars made easy work of Will Levis and the Titans in a get-right game, picking up their 6th win in 7 weeks. Now the Jaguars are gearing up for Sunday's crucial Week 12 game in Houston. Winner has sole position of first in the AFC South. Number 8, San Francisco 49ers. Last time's ranking, 8. The 49ers, as expected, cruised past Baker Mayfield and the slumping Buccaneers at Levi's Stadium. Their defense is clicking again, and the Brock Purdy-led offense is practically unstoppable with Deebo Samuel and Trent Williams back in the mix. Number 7, Miami Dolphins. Last time's ranking, 7. Tua and the offense didn't play their best on Sunday, but Jalen Ramsey and the defense were more than happy to play hero against the Raiders. Miami should win its next 4 games, but then they close out the regular season against Dallas, Baltimore, and Buffalo. Number 6, Baltimore Ravens. Last time's ranking, 6. Lamar Jackson and the offense delivered a dazzling performance, and the Burrow-less Cincinnati offense stood no chance against Mike McDonald's defense. Season sweep of the Bengals achieved. Now let's see if Baltimore can hold off Cleveland and Pittsburgh for the AFC North crown. Number 5, Cleveland Browns. Last time's ranking, 5. Jim Schwartz's defense continues to bail out the offense and steal the show, this time holding the rival Steelers to 10 points in an emotional 3-point victory. At 7-3, Cleveland has already matched last year's win total. Absolutely impressive stuff by Kevin Stefanski here. Number 4, Dallas Cowboys. Last time's ranking, 4. Another easy win for Dak Prescott and the Cowboys against a helpless Carolina team. With a 3-game homestand coming up, Dallas is in a good spot to rack up the W's and clinch a playoff spot before Christmas. Number 3, Kansas City Chiefs. Last time's ranking, 2. The Chiefs should have won the Super Bowl 57 rematch against Philly, but stop us if you've heard this before. Patrick Mahomes' receivers had butterfingers and dropped too many easy passes. They're still in a good spot to finish as the conference's top seed. Number 2, Detroit Lions. Last time's ranking, 3. It wasn't pretty, but the Lions reeled off 17 unanswered points in the final 3 minutes to pull away from the Bears. Coupled with Minnie's loss to Denver, and the NFC North is essentially on cruise control for Dan Campbell and company. Number 1, Philadelphia Eagles. Last time's ranking, 1. The Eagles didn't fully show up until the 4th quarter in the Super Bowl rematch, but hey, better late than never. They still hold the best record in football and look poised to finish as the NFC's top seed yet again. But who do you think is the team to beat with 7 weeks to go? Let us know in the comments section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps out a ton. But hey, we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.